An explosion occurred overnight in the Hezbollah stronghold of Sidikin in southern Lebanon. The blast apparently occurred at a large Hezbollah weapons depot. Hezbollah personnel prevented Lebanese security forces from arriving at the scene of the blast. The explosion took place in an area where Hezbollah is prohibited from having weapons under the terms of United Nations Security Council Resolution 1701, which ended the Second Lebanon War in 2006. Lebanese parliament member from Hezbollah, Nawaf al-Moussawi, addressed reports of a blast that occurred at a Hezbollah site in southern Lebanon and said that the investigation of the incident was, quote, in the hands of the security mechanism, who would receive all the support they need from the organization. American blogger Richard Silverstein claimed Israel was behind the explosion. Quoting an Israeli official with considerable military experience, the blogger wrote, IDF military intelligence has outfoxed Hezbollah by deliberately crash-landing a booby-trapped Trojan horse drone in southern Lebanon. Turkish Energy Minister Taner Yildiz said on Wednesday that Israeli and Cypriot energy exploration in the Mediterranean was illegal, and an agreement should first be reached with all relevant parties and resources equally shared. Turkey and Cyprus are in dispute over the energy resources in the eastern Mediterranean, and Texas-based Noble Energy started drilling in September at a Cypriot offshore block abutting another block controlled by Israel. In September, Turkey began exploring for gas in an offshore zone where Cyprus had started drilling the previous week. Israel is also drilling nearby, and the issue has emerged as a further bone of contention between Israel and Turkey. Ankara has therefore downgraded ties over Israel's refusal to apologize for a deadly raid last year on a Turkish-aid flotilla. Israel has gradually boosted naval patrols around its Mediterranean natural gas fields for fear of guerrilla attacks and as the maritime rivalry with Turkey deepens. Missile boats have stepped up missions around the Tamar and Leviathan gas platforms over the past year, as well as coordination with private security firms contracted by the U.S.-Israeli Exploration Consortium. Nearly 2 years after her arrest, Anat Kam, who was convicted of espionage for stealing hundreds of classified IDF documents during her army service and was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison, arrived Wednesday morning at the Neve Tirza prison in Ramla to begin serving her sentence. Anat Kam's attorney, Ilan Bambach, made an urgent request to have the High Court hold a hearing into Kam's appeal at the earliest opportunity. In the request, he stated that there is a chance that her sentence would be reduced significantly and that there is a real possibility that Kam would serve a major part of her sentence waiting for a verdict on her appeal. In her appeal, Kam said the court did not take into account that she had been under house arrest for 2 years. Kam was convicted of illegally possessing thousands of classified IDF documents and passing them on to Haaretz reporter Uri Blau without authorization. She copied the documents onto a CD during her military service and kept them in her home. Recent archaeological excavations in Jerusalem show that, contrary to popular understanding, King Herod was not solely responsible for constructing the Western Wall. Israel's Antiquities Authority announced Wednesday that the discovery of a mikveh, a Jewish ritual bath, alongside Jerusalem's ancient drainage channel challenges the conventional archaeological perception that Herod built the wall in its entirety, saying it is now evident that construction was completed at least 20 years after Herod's death, believed to be in 4 BCE. The excavations, directed by IAA archaeologist Ali Shukran, with assistance from Professor Ronnie Reich of the University of Haifa, revealed 3 clay oil lamps of a type that was common in the 1st century CE, as well as 17 identifiable bronze coins. The clay oil lamps and bronze coins were found when archaeologists sifted through soil removed from inside the sealed mikveh. According to Dr. Donald Ariel, curator of the IAA numismatic collection, the latest 4 coins were struck by the Roman procurator of Judea, Valerius Gratus, sometime around 17 or 18 CE, about 20 years after Herod's death. 3 rare oil paintings of synagogue interiors by Marc Chagall are going on auction block in New York City. Sotheby's auction house said Friday the paintings came to the market for the first time in 66 years from a descendant of art collector and original owner Max Cotton, who acquired them from the 1945 exhibition at the Gallery of Jewish Art in New York. Only 6 finished oil paintings of synagogues by Chagall are known to exist. Leading the group up for auction is his 1931 Interior of of the Yemenite Chagall synagogue, Jerusalem, estimated to fetch between $400,000 and $600,000. The sale is part of Sotheby's Israeli and International Art Auction, scheduled for December 14th. Chagall died in 1985.